Anyways, so Kanye, let's get to Kanye. Because I said, what the fuck is Kanye doing? Because last week, so the week before he's saying he's running for president, then he's saying he's dropping out, and then he registers to run for president again. So I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then he goes on this rally, and oh my God, so much happened. I will say this to start.
Yeah.
I used to think it was all funny and shit. Yeah. I will admit to that. And I used to think like the bipolar shit wasn't real. Yeah. But like seeing what happened at the rally and the aftermath, I'm like, no. He's not okay. Like I don't like he actually needs help.
No, I don't see. I had thought about this. I was like, why do people just automatically just want to put this man in some mental illness? It's just because it's a trendy thing to say.
No, he was diagnosed.
I thought he was misdiagnosed. He really had sleep.
Man, he's really diagnosed. Your
sleep depression or depravity or some shit like that.
No, he's really diagnosed, and for 2 years, I think it's been 2 years now. I didn't believe it. I thought the Kardashians were just trying to cover up for his antics, but after seeing the rally, I'm like, no, I believe this shit.
All right, so I saw the rally, and let me just say this. So he said he saw something kind of wild about Harriet Tubman, right? And a lot of people weren't feeling it, dog. They weren't feeling it. But here, this guy is 17 years old. He goes by the name NLE Chopper.
I saw this.
Right? And he says, I think y'all misunderstood what Kanye said. But at the same time, I don't know till he explains himself. I think he's saying, yes, Harriet Tubman freed the slaves, but we still was under the whites. We didn't own any land, jobs, anything. Basically free in our eyes, but the system's still against us. Mm-hmm. And so this guy's 17 years old, right? If he's able to come to that type of, which really actually seems like a valid point.
Yeah.
If you really want to go that deep into it, but.
It does seem like a valid point, but then this brings us back to where we were like a year ago when we were fighting over Kanye, because why do we always have to fucking decipher what he's saying? Why can't he just say it the way it's supposed to be said?
Remember how I say things and they don't come out right? But
yeah,
I might be right.
But like, what? Like, I just don't understand. Thing. Like, this is a trend with Kanye. We just have to keep doing it. Every time he says something, we have to dig deeper and be like, oh, he didn't mean it that way. But like, I think what's crazy was just like what he was saying on Twitter afterwards, like how he was at the rally and openly admitted to obviously him and Kim wanting to abort North. And then did you hear that?
Yeah, he was like, I almost killed my daughter, bro.
Yeah, and he was like crying and screaming. And I was like, what the fuck?
I don't want to laugh. That's pretty serious.
And then I was like, which one? Because I'm like, was it North or was it Chicago? But then he said it was North. And then, yeah, on Twitter, he's going in on Kris Jenner and Kanye, a.k.a. Corey Gamble, and fucking, and Kim. He's like saying how Kim tried to fly to Wyoming right after the rally and put him in with a doctor and lock him up, which, I mean, I don't think would be a bad idea at this rate, but she was saying that, and then he's like how Chris, or the network, E-Network, is the reason. So him and Kim haven't been living together for a while now. He's been
I figured. Yeah.
And then apparently that is the network's fault. They don't want them living together anymore, like in close proximity, or they don't want Kanye. Something to do with productions for keeping up with the Kardashians, I guess. Yeah. And then fucking, yeah, he started going on, oh, I do all this for my kids because I never want to make North's mom sell her sex tape, referencing Kris Jenner selling Kim's sex tape, something along those lines. And I was like, whoa, this guy is taking it way too fucking far. And then he's talking about, I love my wife, but, and like, I'm just like, yo, they're going to get divorced. She's going to divorce him.
No. They're going to be together.
No. I think they're going to get divorced. Kim does not play with her image. Like, I think they're going to get divorced. And I saw, like, obviously we don't know how true these articles are, but I saw on the Snapchat, like, TMZ thing, how sources were saying, like, the sad thing, the reason she's so upset is because North is old enough to see that and understand. She's going to be at that age where she understands what he means when he's saying I almost killed my daughter. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, I get it. And apparently the sources are saying she's ready for a divorce, but like, I don't know how true that is, but I truly feel like they're going to get divorced.
Kim is what you call a ride or die. I've been standing by Kim saying that she's riding for this man. She's there. She's there. She is what Will and Jada are trying to be. I don't know where I was going with this.
What the fuck? No, I don't. I think they're going to get divorced. And I think, like, because you know what's crazy to me is, like, why is Kanye bringing up the sex tape now as if it was some huge issue when I vividly remember he was talking about when they first started dating in the episodes. Listen, I've been watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians from the beginning. He was talking about in the beginning.
I know. Just keep going.
how
Ignore me.
he fell in love with Kim. Like he's been in love with Kim. And it took 10 years of them being friends for them to finally end up together. And he told Kim how he used to jerk off to the sex tape. So why now all of a sudden it's a fucking problem? Like, that's what, for me, that's what I wouldn't like. Like, you're using something against me that the whole world has been using against me for years, and you know that, and you've seen me work my ass off to get this far, and you actually enjoyed what you're getting at me for. So like, I'd be pissed off at that too.
I don't necessarily think he's using it. I think in reference it, he was like, you know what? I guess that's a slight. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's definitely a slight.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they're going to make it.
I think so. I think they are going to make it. I have faith that Kim popped out. They got 4 kids, right?
4, yeah.
4 kids for this man. Or, well,
Popped out 2.
She popped out 2?
Yeah, the other 2 were surrogates.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she couldn't hold any more babies.
Why?
Something to do with her internal, like the way her body was inside, like it wouldn't be able to hold 2 more. She had a really hard time with Saint.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't it good I know everything because I watched this show?
They got 4 kids together, right? That's something that you work towards. You work is like you don't. A girl knows who she gonna have kids with. A girl's willing to like, yeah, I'm gonna pop out a kid for this man. And she did it 4 times. So that means she's madly in love with this man. And yeah, he might be off the screw loose. But before we move on, I had watched a Times interview that he did with Times magazine 5 years ago. And he said he didn't care about his legacy. He's only cared about his family. And that he believes that every time he says a bit of the truth, right, that he breaks the internet. And he doesn't, he's this is what he is. He speaks, he goes forward, and he's strong-minded, and he's very a kind-hearted person. That's why Kim loves him, because he's very kind and honest. But
very honest, a little too honest, I think.
So, but she knows who her man is, right? You don't pop out 4 kids for someone and not know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's crazy. And like, so there was that one girl he yelled at during the rally because she asked a question, or she corrected him, sorry, on his facts. First, she asked a question on stage when he brought her up there about gun reform. Then after she got off stage, she continued, like he was speaking, and she continued to correct him out loud. And then he flipped out on her. Do you want to be like that guy at TMZ? And then he's like, we can't even see your face. And then she takes off her mask, and she's like, now you can see my face. But she was like, literally 10 minutes earlier, a white girl did the same thing and called her up on stage and hugged her. So a lot of people were quick to jump to the whole, like, he's anti-black and he's misogynistic, which I don't know. I wouldn't jump to that with that. Personally, I wouldn't really jump to that, but a lot of people were jumping to that, and they were just saying, like, for him, a lot of people in the comments as well were saying pray for him, but also like take your meds and stop weaponizing your mental health as an excuse to go out in the public and infiltrate society with these things, because in a sense this is what Donald Trump does. He says shit that's not right, or like that's super outlandish, and he gets like, and look how many there was white supremacists before Donald Trump, I get that, but they weren't, like, not all of them were as open as they are now, like, you know what I mean? So like, I just think it's just like insane. And he's talking about his presidential platform. He doesn't have any funding. He wants other countries to pay for it. Wants to give everyone who has a baby $1 million. Yeah, okay. He wants I think it's I don't know, some country starts with an I and another country to fund it, and I'm like, what the fuck? What? Hey
man, you already, if you're listening to this, all of this, you could come down to consensus that Americans are liars.
Yeah, America is a wild place.
Megan out here lying on a Canadian.
Yes.
Nick Cannon lying on Jews and whites.
Yes.
Kanye West lying on shit on historical facts.
Yes. They're all liars.
All liars.
Look at their country. It's a fucking disaster.
People are liars, man. Is anything else you want to end off this Kanye?
No, that's it. It's too much of a headache. That's it.